Welcome to this section on ICOs. And ICOs are initial coin offerings. And we're going to look at how to choose the good ones. How do you know the good ones? So first of all, what are ICOs? Well, ICOs are the ways in which a company chooses to raise money from the public. So now if you have an ICO, you can pretty much put your ICO, your initial coin offering, on a platform and ask people if they're interested to begin investing or purchasing some of your coins. So that's the general way in which ICOs raise money when they start off with their business. With that understood, we're going to consider some of the things that are important to ICO investments and how you need to make sure that you're not scammed with your money. Let's get started. When you're considering an ICO, one of the first very important areas of consideration is who are those backing the company? Who are those working in the company? Who are the management team of the company? It is generally said in business that an idea is cheap, really. It's the execution of an idea that is really important. You can have an average product and have brilliant minds behind that product, and that product's going to be very successful because of the minds behind the product, the marketing, the technological advancement of the people involved, their knowledge of technology, their marketing ability, their management ability is what's going to make the company work. It's not only the products, it's the management company, the people that work in that company that make it very successful. You can think of any company. You can think of Microsoft. You can think of Facebook. You can think of Google. You know, it's the minds that they employ in those companies that makes it successful. It's the same with ICOs. And some of the things we're going to talk about in the ICOs relates also to investing in alternative currencies that we discussed earlier. So it's kind of like, it's very similar. You're going to find a lot of similarities, but you can apply the concepts that you gain from understanding how you should invest in ICO to understand how you should invest in cryptocurrencies, alternative cryptocurrencies as well. So the first thing to do is to consider who are those backing them. Go and read their resume, read their CV, read about them. Have they demonstrated persistence? Because the point is they're going to get knocked down. No matter who you are in business, you're going to get knocked down at some point. Have they demonstrated being knocked down and getting up? Like, how many companies have they worked in? Have they transformed a company? Have they helped a group of people to achieve their goals, their targets? What kind of people are those who are in the management team? Second thing is, are they diverse? I talked about earlier management team, meaning those who can manage people, manage the business, and those who can market the business, and those who have the technological expertise to create to create the scripts, the software, whatever products are necessary. Do they have the expertise to do that? Are they diverse? Or do you have much of the same kind of people? You only have geeks working in the company. People who can code. They're the only ones. No, you want people who can code. You want people who can market. You want people who can manage. Is that team diverse? And the third very important thing is, have you heard them speak? Because when you hear them speak, they can communicate their heart to you, and you can consider what they say, whether they're genuine or not. If somebody is communicating an idea to you and you sense that, well, they're not really honest, then perhaps you should not invest in that company. So you got to be aware of this before you make an investment, particularly if you're making, a substantial investment in an ICO. If you're just investing £1, okay, maybe you might say, oh, well, but you got to be careful because you can invest £1 in 1,000 ICOs. Hopefully one of them will work, but you just want to be careful that you're investing the right way. So one of the first things to consider is, who are those backing the company? Who are those working within the company? Who are their advisors? Who are their mentors? What kind of people are they? Very important. All right. This it's getting long already. It's 5 minutes. So I'm going to come back with the next lecture as we go on to look at before you invest in ICOs. See you in a moment.